I mean, that's a major reaction, and saying this is bad news. I mean, I don't think it's bad. Again, none of us are talking about it right now. I'm talking about it in more of a reactional way, saying that he's not injured, and I can confirm from Chris Psycho Lewis and his team that he's not injured. Okay, Andrew Jacked is not injured, and he is doing the Mr. Olympia. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord. And we got some big updates. We are 9 days out from the 2024 Mr. Olympia. The big battle, the 60th anniversary is coming up around the corner. And we got some major updates, some big updates that I want to run through here in this episode. And the first one is a big one. You know, it's about Andrew Jacked. Everyone's talking about Andrew Jacked and him leading into the Olympia. And there was a statement that Andrew made. I'm going to play it for you guys just to refresh your memory if you haven't seen it, about Andrew Jacked having some discomfort in his rib cage, and it's hindering him a little bit in his movements. That's what I took from it, right? And then I'm also going to discuss a video that was made by my friend Epzeronine, Kenson from Epzeronine, right? Been on his channel, good guy. You know, I got no problems with him. We talk all the time. And we actually talked about this particular instance as well with Andrew Jacked. And, you know, so I kind of want to talk about that and kind of what the video he made. And, you know, should he have made that video? We're going to get into that, but you're going to have to watch till we get to that part here. But let's watch Andrew Jacked and see what happened and why, you know, and then how Kenson reacted to what Andrew said here. All right.
Done and dusted. Now, when I go here, I came in with full energy, but we can predict what will happen in the next second. Was doing some warm up on the cable just to grease out my elbows, and then I trapped some wind in my rib cage.
Okay. So while he's doing warm ups, tricep extensions, he says he trapped some wind in his rib cage. All right. That's, you know, that's something, right? You trap some wind in your rib cage, that's going to be discomfort. It's like if I have constipation, that's discomfort, and it hinders me, you know, doing certain things, right? To me, it's not an injury. I wouldn't say that's an injury, right? An injury is very specific in the sense where you're injured and you can't do something, and it's stopping you from training and working out and preparing for a competition, right? Where versus having some discomfort, which a lot of guys have, they train through different joint pains and shit that they have, right? That's very common in bodybuilding, trust me, right? Your elbows are sore, something, it's discomfort. You get through it. You may have to switch things up a little bit, but you're not injured. You have some discomfort. So this was a discomfort to him. Let's just continue watching and we'll go from there instead of me ranting on here.
That messed me up mentally. And bent properly on this side, I can pick up weight properly. I have to like,
Yeah, discomfort. Yeah.
yeah, some movements were pretty good. Some movements I had to like fight. But in between the workout, even I asked.
Yeah. So again, to me, making a statement that he's injured when he's working out still. Yes, he's got discomfort. Yes, whatever it takes, they got to get through it. You know, it's not prohibiting him from working out. He's working out here with that discomfort, and you keep going. Right? I just want to elaborate on, to me, this isn't an injury. I would never label this as an injury.
I asked the crew to help me out, put some weight on my back to ease the pressure, which was helpful to please finish the workout, which is more important than stopping halfway. So yeah, it is what it is, though.
It is what it is.
Can't complain, but
exactly.
Another remedy, you just go take some hot bath, take some hot tea, put some hot pressure in there to, push out the stuck air, and while doing some stretches. So yeah, I'll be good, definitely.
I'll be good.
The end of the day, but we'll keep pushing. We don't stop. So yep, yes sir.
That's it. Yes sir. Good to go. Doesn't say in the video, I'm injured. This might, I don't know. I'll not be able to do the Mr. Olympia. So now let's see Kenson's reaction to that. And so much so he made a video about it. We're going to look at the video, and you guys can, leave a comment below. Did Epzeronine overreact to this? Again, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just pointing out what I see. And another thing too is, let's bring this video up first. If this was an injury, don't you think Nick Strengthening Power, Fozzy Fitness, Ivan Bodybuilding, all of these guys, all these channels that report to news and bodybuilding would be talking about this? Why are you the only one talking about it, right? So that's the kind of thing where it's like, you got to take a step back sometimes and take a minute before you come out with a video and put out a narrative so close to the Olympia about one of the top athletes going into Olympia saying that he's injured. That's just my take on it. Am I perfect? Do I have clickbaity titles? Sure. But I at least make sure it's within reason as to what the video is about, and that it's accurate at least, right? If we're going to be in the media, we have to have that, at least hold true to that. So I just found this interesting, right? And just a little bit misleading in the sense of the urgency that he responds to this video in. Just could have taken a step back from it a little bit. Let's listen to his response, and then maybe we get your guys' feedback on how you think he responded to it.
But either way, this is bad news. No matter what way you slice it, this will cost Andrew potentially some progress going.
Yeah, so that's a major reaction in saying this is bad news. I mean, I don't think it's bad. Again, none of us are talking about it right now. I'm talking about it in more of a reactional way, saying that he's not injured. And I can confirm from Chris Psycho Lewis and his team that he's not injured. Okay, Andrew Jacked is not injured, and he is doing the Mr. Olympia. So let's just put that to bed. Right there. You just go to the source and ask them, and you'll get an answer. And that's what happened here. And so I was just a little bit, kind of shocked. And then there were some comments as well. Chris Psycho Lewis actually went in the comments and, was like, what's going on here? I'm just going to try and find it. There it is. So he said, I had some of the biggest podcasts. You guys can see it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I had some of the biggest podcasts ask me to come on their shows recently. I always declined. I'm always for the underdog. Okay, this one I would have come on to support, right? Let me give you some advice. I'm sure you have my IG and YouTube, and if you wanted more valid information, you could have reached out, right? Then would have known if you were doing the Olympia or not, because I would be honest with you. I think that what's real reporters do. And then we'll see the replies here. Does this channel know what they're actually talking about? And then, Kenton claps back and he's like, Chris, you can check with tech. I reached out to you and have you on my podcast multiple times in the last 2 months, as well as comments on Instagram and lives and all that stuff for, straight from the source. Tech will tell you straight out, I reached out. Still welcome to come on, okay, etc. there. And then Chris Lewis responds, yeah, they do, I guess. The cat's out the bag. They exposed Andrew won't be competing at the Olympia this year. And then, Ken says, I did not say that, I didn't insinuate that anywhere in my video. Again, I've reached out and have not heard back from you. I suggest we make it happen. So Ken says just kind of digging him to try and come on the show. I don't know if that's going to happen. And then, and then clickbait, so it's just like, you got to be careful. I've learned the hard way too. Trust me. Been there, done that. I get trolled in my comments quite often. Right. So, maybe just a little bit of advice there. When there's no other channels talking about it, it's probably not an injury. Let's just, put it at that. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's see what else he says here.
Going into the most important Olympia of his career. I mean, he took 5th place in 2023. You can see just the look on his face. Like, man, he is hurt.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, brother, Kenton, love you, brother. I think this video, and I think he's probably going to make some reaction video to this and explain himself further, I guess, because he is getting a lot of clap back for saying that Andrew Jack is injured 1.5 weeks out from the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. That's a big, bold statement to say. So it is what it is. But let's move on to the next update here. And guys, Rafael Brandao. I'm telling you right now, I have not done my predictions yet, but he could be in my top 6 prediction. He could be in the top 6. This guy has put on, look at this. Look at the delts. Look at the fullness, the roundness. Like that's, to me, that beats Hunter Labrada. That could beat Martin Fitzwater. That could beat Brandon Curry. Leave a comment below. After seeing these updates from Brandao, do you now have him in the top 6? I think people might be overlooking Brandao in this show. If he comes in tighter, let's take a look at that one video where he was posing right there. Like, this is impressive. This was like 5 weeks out, right? And look at him there. Look at the quads. Look at the separation in the quads already. So you just know that he's going to be ready for the show. And no one's really talking about him being in the top 6. But I am. I think he has what it takes to be in that top 6 and shock a lot of people because he does have the shape. He compared very well to Samson Dauda at the Arnold Classic Ohio. He beat Samson in some poses, and he was like almost as big as Samson in some of these shots because he's tall. He's taller. So I haven't done my predictions yet. They're coming up. I know a lot of people have already done the predictions like way out in advance. I mean, dude, there's 10 days out. There's so much that can change with these guys' physiques. And if they give us a sneak peek, it helps gauge your predictions a lot better. Sure, we're just speculating. We're having fun with this. This is all in fun. Okay, guys, if we get the predictions wrong, they're wrong. But we can have fun with this and make predictions without people getting pissed off that we're judging, athletes based on how they look in the gym or when they're training and stuff. That's all we can do. That's all we have access to, unfortunately. So that's what we have to work with to make a prediction, right? This isn't an election where there's voters voting and giving their opinion on who they want to vote for. No, that's not how it works. We just got to use our eyes and make the judgment as best we can. And hopefully we come close, right? So Brandao is on my radar now, and I think he has a chance of cracking that top 6 and upsetting a lot of people in that process. So let's move on to Mr. Samson Dauda. Guys, you think I always hate on Samson, but this is going to be a good update on Samson Dauda. He is impressing me. This is him training 9 days out. And I like what I see. I like what I see with Samson Dauda and the training progress he is making in this thinness of the skin. He's impressive. Samson Dauda is impressive. Right? This ain't no joke. Right? Look at the vascularity. The skin is thin. There's some photos that no one's posted anywhere that I'm going to show you guys exclusively here, although everyone has access to them. So I don't know why no one's using them, but you're going to get it here first on Muscle Discord, because I swear to God, I have not seen them anywhere yet. But I think Samson Dauda looks good here. I have Samson in my top 4 as of now. Where in that top 4, I'm not going to tell you guys yet, but he's done enough for me to say he can be in that top 4 based off my assessment and what I'm seeing here in the progress updates. He does look very good. All right. Now, let me switch over to here, where we got the photos from the actual show that are professionally, and they're high quality photos that everyone has access to, but yet to seem to have overlooked to get a real look of how he's looking. So let's take a look. Okay. Side tricep. He looks good. This is better than I thought he looked based off the live stream and some of the videos on Instagram and stuff. He looks good. Very round. He needs to work on his posing here a little bit, that side tricep, but he looks good, guys. So Samson's stock in my books has moved up. Another good shot here. Maybe he's hiding the midsection there. I can kind of see the turtle shell here, but he looks hard. Look at the separation in the quads here. Vascularity is good. It looks better here than he did in any of the other content we saw out there right after the France Pro. Back double bicep. Looks good. This can be in that top 4 for sure. To me, this back double bicep beats Nick Walker's. Potentially, we'll see. You can see the glutes better here now. Right? Look at that, guys. He's got this, the glutes are looking, they're shining through there a little bit now. Rear lat spread. Look at how wide that is. Now the glutes, he's not flexing as proper here. So if he just works on his posing a little bit, that can improve. Again, another version of the side tricep. He has such good proportions and body parts. Again, if this guy can nail his conditioning, one day he might be able to win the Mr. Olympia, because he has the shape. Look at the shape. Waist looks small there. Bit of a vacuum happening. There is a little bit of a issue, I think, maybe with one of the biceps looking smaller, or I have to go back and look at some of the older photos to see if that's a trend line where that bicep is getting smaller and smaller. Because look at that one's huge, but then you got this one over here that's, I think he has a tattoo on it or something. That one looks like it's 2 inches smaller than the other one. So I don't know if there's a little bit of issue there, but besides that, Samson Dauda is looking much better, in my opinion, and his stock has risen, and I'm excited to see how he's going to do at the Olympia. I'm not hating on Samson. I just need to see him improve. I need to see that conditioning, and here he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. He's gonna be in that top 4, guys. I can't see him being any lower than that, without a doubt. All right, guys, leave a comment below after seeing these photos now, which you probably haven't seen these yet. Where do you have Samson placing? Is this made you feel better on how he looks, or do you think, no, this isn't actually that good here? let me know. All right, guys, like the video, leave a comment. I want to hear your opinion on this. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Appreciate you guys. There's going to be more Olympia series coverage coming up this week. I'm excited, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.